County Kilkenny Leader Partnership, which manages the Sicap program, is primarily based on community development principles, vision, ethos and praxis. The engagement with the diverse men's sheds that are based throughout the county is one that has transpired over the past 3 years organically.
The Irish Men's Shed Association was established in 2011, and it was the result of hard work by a man called John Evoy. And my role is to provide support for the shed, and in doing so it links me with the Sicap programme.
When the Greater Man and Men's Shed was formed, we got a lease from the parish for the Tigeen, with collaboration with the leader and the county council. We have arranged a lease of the premises down the street, which was originally a community toilet, and that we have that being refurbished and should be ready by the middle of November. It will contain a completely fitted out workshop, which we hope will attract more members.
The Fed Men's Shed came about through the New Park Close Family Resource Centre, who were catering for youth, ladies, but had no activities for men in the community. We set about setting up the men's shed. We got the site from Kilkenny County Council. 75% of the total funding came through Kilkenny Leader.
I'm a member of the Castlecormer Men's Shed, or the Castlecormer District Men's Shed. It was founded in late 2015, and in 2016 we acquired a temporary residence. That's one of the problems I see with the men's shed, is finding a location or a venue. It's very difficult to find somewhere suitable.
It is vital for our North Kilkenny community that we have a men's shed.
Well, I think with a new building, I definitely think we'll have more members.
The men's shed in Thomastown has a tremendous effect on the people that are in the shed, both mentally and physically. People learn new skills, talk to one another, which is the ethos of the men's shed. The great community spirit between the townspeople and the men's shed.
Our focus is to ensure that the sheds become self-sustainable and self-reliant. Each of the respective sheds are at a different stage of their development. So some sheds require a space, some sheds require support for the social enterprise initiatives which will enable them to become self-sufficient and self-sustainable.
Sheds do not and want to rely on state funding for everything. They want to be active in the generation of their own funds, so as to feel that take ownership of what they're about.
Greater Man and Men's Shed has several different sources of income, the honey being the primary one, where we have 5 at this stage hives out a couple of miles out of town, and that's a good source of income. And then with jams, and one of our members makes lip balm and hand creams and that out of the beeswax. So through country markets, through farmers markets and things like that, we have a small income stream. We hope to augment that then with when we get the workshop going in a couple of months, and that will produce some timber stuff or repair things, or generally maybe service whatever comes up in the community that we think we can handle. So maybe the community gardens want handles on spades or whatever, and do some little services like that. And then another thing that we did recently was to buy a plastic shredder. So this came in from Czechoslovakia, and what it does is it shreds milk bottles and the caps and things like that, and we can then compress that and make things like, say, chopping boards or simple things like that. So that's just for our own domestic waste. It's a small scale, but we're trying to prove a concept here of reusing and recycling.
We try to fund ourselves by making bird boxes and bat boxes, etc. And as you are aware, we need funding. We have to pay our electric bill and we have to pay our insurance, so we have to generate some amount of funding, and we get pretty good support from the local community.
It has been a hive of activity up to 3 weeks ago, turning out garden furniture and tables, picnic tables for local publicans.
We do kindling for sale and our own use, and they seem to be a bit good goal, but due to COVID everything got slowed down, so we'll be back in production now shortly again for the new year ahead, and hopefully everything goes well. Well, we received great support from Sicap and Leader in the Thomastown Men's Shed. We needed funds greatly, and although we made money ourselves, we couldn't make the money without getting help from Leader and Sicap.
Sicap's engagement with regard to the men's sheds prior COVID has been on multiple levels, and during the period of COVID we adapted to engage with the groups in diverse ways, mainly online, telephone support, one-to-one communication with each of the respective shed members.
Most important thing was during the COVID that the Sicap funds were used to provide training in various technological areas.
We partook in Zoom meetings. We were taught how to do them by Leader, and we engaged in the class, we engaged in the process, and it was very, very good.
Yeah, COVID caused us, as everybody knows, COVID caused upset the whole community, which was unique in my lifetime. We formed a Zoom group which we met every week, and that kept our community, our committee and our men's sheds community together.
My name is Martin Gann. I'm visually impaired, so I think the men's shed is a great thing for you know, for inclusiveness and to stop isolation.
At our age, we don't have much to do in life, so I get up on a Tuesday morning. I know I'm going to the men's shed, and there's a bit of a pep in my step.
A key element of our strategy in engaging with the men's sheds is an integrated approach, integrating the men's sheds with the local community and other diverse community organizations, which include migrant organizations, organizations working with people with disabilities, travelers, and also residents associations. This has been a holistic approach. Our aim is to ensure that each of the sheds is able to expand, develop, and grow, providing a service not only to the men within the community, but also to the wider community.